Alright, so adverbs describe verbs. The abbreviation is ADV, and the reason that I have this guy, remember in our verb notes, I have a guy who's running, so I have the guy who's running again, and because adverbs describe or modify verbs, it tells us how we do something. So he's got a cloud of dust that's forming behind him. So that's why I drew the guy running again, because it's showing how he did it. Because this leads right into the questions. Adverbs answer the questions how, like how did they do it, quickly, slowly, that kind of thing. When, where, to what extent, and why. It answers all of those questions. So this is kind of more like a reporter type word. It adds description and detail and intensity, those kinds of things. Alright, so adverbs are kind of unique. They can describe more than just verbs. Like adverbs only really just describe adjectives only really describe nouns. But adverbs can describe other things. For example, they can describe adjectives, they can describe other adverbs, they describe verbs. So an example of this is he's very British. It's showing how British he is, right? Like maybe he has the accent and the mannerisms and he dresses like a Briton, as opposed to somebody who just has the accent and looks like an American and kind of acts like an American. These often end in ly, not always. We have things like quite that also are adverbs. So, but often ly is a good tip-off that it's an adverb. Things adverbs do, they can turn other parts of speech, that's what a POS is, parts of speech into adverbs. They kind of kidnap them and they claim them as their own. Other words do this too with with word endings. But parts of speech, I'm struggling. Adverbs do this more than other parts of speech. There we go. So an example of this, really straightforward, careful is an adjective. Add an ly, it becomes carefully, which is an adverb. And those are the end of our adverb notes.